Hello there guys, it's Joey and this is going to be a witchy haul. It's been a while since I've done a witchy haul. Money's a bit tighter now, but I do still invest in my witchy practice whenever possible. So a lot of this is actually, I don't want to say ingredients. Well, we have candles that are sort of necessary for spell working. I do obviously create my own candles, but I also like to have a variety of other sort of quickly available candles on hand. Plus I really like these particular candles from Tiger Stores UK. They come in a variety of colours and they're really quite long, so they last a little while. And they're inexpensive, they're 3 for £1 from the Tiger Store. And it's just an ease thing, and they work quite well with the spike candle holders that I have on my seasonal altar. So they work quite well for that thing, and I like picking up candles every now and again. You know, it's just easy, easy magic sometimes. So these are my favourite colour that Tiger Store actually do, and the turquoise. Now turquoise is actually probably my favourite colour. I sort of bob and weave a bit, but it's quite funny. Me and my nephew are both like, we really like blue and green and we're not quite sure, and I'm like, I like blue and green. My favourite colour is turquoise. What's that? That's between blue and green. I have a hard time saying it's my absolute favourite colour because I love most shades of blue and purple as well. But turquoise is a colour that I absolutely friggin' adore. In terms of colour magic, it's given as changes, intellectual and intuitive insights, inventions, originality, renewal, brotherhood or humanity. Brotherhood? Brotherhood? Sisterhood. Brother and sisterhood, perhaps. For me, I find it very difficult to explain turquoise. It has this deep healing connection to both earth and sea, which I really like, and obviously that ties in with the Celtic triad of earth, sea and sky, and I think it ties into that energy really, really well. It's a very calm colour, it's a very healing colour, it's a very peaceful colour. But it also has something of a little bit of magical depth to it. I think it for me it feels like the unknown, the exciting, the other. It really does sort of conjure up images of mermaids and fairies and other realms of existence. And I've always loved it. I've always really enjoyed it. I love wearing it. I love it as a crystal. I love it as a colour. I love it. I think it's wonderful. And from like crystal meanings, it's sort of cross-cultural because it has a royal aspect, it has a shamanistic aspect, and it has a warrior aspect. So for me, turquoise is an all-round amazing colour. Oh, and I don't know if I said these are from Tiger Stores, and they're 3 for £1 for all candles, I think, but particularly the large dining candles, and they're available in a variety of colours. Okay, and then these are a deep purple. The colour given on the particular page I'm looking at is violet, which is elemental spirits, angels, divination, prophecy, psychic ability, divination, counteracting negative and evil magics, reversing curses, psychic healing, psychic power, inspiration, meditation, spirituality, spiritual power, astral projection, and the third eye. There you go. That is a whole host of really great uses for deep purple candles. For me, violet candles work really well if as an alternative to or as addition to black candles. So if you're doing like a heavy duty reversal cleanse, get rid of the funk, get rid of the ick energy, then they're really, really good for that. They work alongside black in a sort of, black is sort of you go to, you fail safe, you punch in the face of negativity style candle, and then dark purple sort of gives it this sort of spiritual cleanse as well, spiritual banishing. It's lovely. So that's those. Ooh. Oh, my cloth is coming with me. No, we want to come with you. Really great for spiritual work as well. It doesn't have to be banishing. It can be like connecting with deep spirituality and stuff. And talking of black, we got 2 black, and then I got the little stubby black ones as well. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna, yeah. Well, there you go. As well as repelling and banishing evil and negativity and protection and freeing us from bad habits, addiction, black can also be used for elemental earth, deities of the underworld, deep meditation and opening up unconscious levels. I think if I had to choose one colour for the rest of my life to use for candle magic, it would be black. I would be very upset about never being able to use turquoise again. But I think black is just, I sound completely emo, don't I? Black for the rest of my life, man. That's kind of emo hippie. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I really have no idea. So, weirdness aside, black is really good for the banishing. It's if it just gets rid of the funk. It's just like, nope. It's a Morrigan colour as well, of course. And I've always loved black. And I don't necessarily feel that you have to buy into any stereotypes to enjoy black, because I've never been gothic and I have a lot of black. Now, I have nothing but respect for the gothic subculture. My middle sister, whom is my soul sister and my best friend in the entire world, was gothic, and she had some incredibly beautiful clothing and pieces and jewellery and things. But, to enjoy these colours, we don't have to get into the whole stereotyping thing, and it's always been a bit weird to me. But black as a Morrigan colour, it's very straightforward. It's very potent, it's very powerful, and it's I guess because it is so potent and powerful, and perhaps because of an underworld association, it gets cast in a negative light, when really black candles are really, really great for just smacking negativity in the face. Right, I don't know what I'm on about either. It's a strange little human being. I do know what I'm on about. Okay, and then I got 1 grey, and I kind of wish I got more grey. I thought I picked up, the little candles, the little sort of these things. I thought I picked up some of those in grey, and I think I meant to, and then I thought, well, I might as well make some grey ones, and I kind of, and then forgot I had that thought process. So grey is negative influences being neutralised, as well as putting a halt into action, although there are many other meanings of grey. Glamour, contemplation, removing negative influence. Yeah, so sort of halt and freeze energy. I mean, you can argue that you can combine white magic. No, let's not say it like that. You can argue that you can use grey candles to combine the energies of white candle magic as well as black candle magic. Now, you can use the white candles for protection against negativity, breaking curses, exorcism, and all of those energies go well with black candle magic as well. I really, really think that there's something to the idea of aura healing with grey candles. So if you think about it, if your aura is in need of cleansing and healing, and you have holes in your aura, or you've suffered trauma, we talk about, I really hate using the term shades of grey now because it's kind of been ruined for me, but we all go through these processes and these thoughts and these feelings, and we can churn up negative emotions and depression and all these things, and the world seems a little greyer. So what we have to do is transform the way in which we consider grey as being something more positive, something more magical. Gandalf the Grey. And I've always loved grey as a colour to wear. I think it's sophisticated, and I think it lends a feeling of balance to all things, because when people get to the extremes, they like label things black and white, and I think it's a very difficult thing to see the world in terms of black and white. In fact, the world is grey, and everything sort of needs to be more thoroughly investigated. Things can't really be put into two camps, and really everything is a shade of grey. Terrible movies, terrible books, ruining that phrase forever. Okay, but there you go. So it's about, for me, it's a lot about balance and about finding your way through the mist. So there's an element of divination to grey as well. Like, you've got mind fog and you can't figure out what you want to do and about a situation or about where you want to go in life. And I think grey could be really, really helpful for that. And last but not least, we have some pink. I don't know if you'd say pink or magenta. Arguments can be made for both. So it's possibly somewhere between. So magenta is given as magnetism, the ability to attract or speed up results, life purpose, life path. Pink is given as love goddesses, soft, tenderness, romancing, caring, nurturing, youth, peace, friendship, femininity, emotional love, emotional healing. The thing that is not on this list, oddly enough, I'll check another list, is what I actually want it for. Okay, the other list says love, compassion, nurturing. We've already had all the friendship and romance stuff. Spiritual, emotional healing, protection of children, domestic harmony, self-improvement, maturity. That's not it either. I want it for birth. And you will see why soon. I'm not giving away any more than that. I'm not giving away any more than that. You have to wait. Cheese. Right. I think we'll do herbs now, and then we'll do crystals. So, quick overword about buying those crystals. I really buying those candles. I'm staring at my crystals like Lila. The reason to get these sort of amazing and inexpensive, I guess, pillar candles, dinner candles, dining candles. They're really great for 7-day stuff. They're really great for altars, and they're inexpensive and they're quick and easy, and you can just carve into them. You can adorn them yourself. You know, you can anoint them with your own oils. You can anoint them with your own herbal blends and mixtures, or a herbal blend or mixture that you have gotten from someone you trust. And that sort of is a segue into being able to accumulate things but make them your own as well, especially if you're on a budget. I'm on more of a budget now, so I'm only doing this sort of witchy haul as it's been a little while, and I've accumulated a few things because it's still important to invest in your witchy craft as well as in your store, which some of the herbs are going to be for, obviously. So I wait until I fall down on herbs a little bit, and I order from Star Child. And for the most part, I'm usually really pleased with Star Child. There's one thing this time I'm a bit irritated about, which we'll discuss. But Star Child offers free shipping on orders over £25, and as the shipping is usually £6 to £7, it's well worth waiting until you need £25 worth of herbs, ordering that and getting the free shipping. They also have a high quality of herb. A lot of them are organic. and they work really, really well. They're really beautiful energy. The Angelica Root, I was actually talking to the lady in the holistic place near me about the fact that their Angelica Root is so good. It's so good. I've actually got some. So we're going to go through the herbs. We're going to go through the herbal meanings. Because, you know, I don't just show, I also tell. I'm in a weird mood today. So seeing as we started talking about Angelica Root, okay. So when I first got the Angelica Root from them, I was a bit like, because I'm used to it being more a darker colour, and I'm used to it, it looks like bark more than root, I think what it is when you first get it. And where's my other one? I'm running low on the other one, but it smells so good. I'm going to sit here and smell my other one that's nearly out. Oh, it's so good. It smells so good. I can't even... Angelica Root's my favourite herb. Well, root, but I feel a bit weird saying it's my favourite root. Told you I'm in a weird mood. Right, okay. Moving on quickly. Actually, let's do the herbal compendium because I like it better. So we're going to read some of the... We're going to read some of the meanings quick before Joe says anything else weird from the Herbal Compendium by Paul Beryl. So Angelica is a herb of the Sun and Leo. Counter magic, consecration, immortality, protection, purification, visionary herb, invocational to Atlantis and the Archangel Michael. So it's going to sound a bit weird coming from me, but he's my favourite archangel. I don't really know why. I think it might be a past life thing, because usually when things don't make a whole load of sense to me in context of the rest of my path, it's a past life thing. So some lore from the book. Grieve describes the remnants of an earlier pagan custom of Eastern Europe, in which people carry the flowering stalks of Angelica into the village while chanting some ancient ditty in Lettish. So there you go. And then it's Mrs. Grieve has said it's been called the root of the Holy Ghost. The Master Book of Herbalism considers Angelica one of the most valuable herbs of protection. So would I. I friggin' adore it. The magical property of Angelica works in two ways. One is through establishing protection, creating a barrier against energy which would be destructive or harmful. The other is filling the property and person with an abundance of good, radiant energy. Has a pleasing flavour and may be used internally. Is an excellent bathing herb. It's a relative of celery, which I always find a bit weird. Enhances one's aura, aids in maintaining a joyful outlook, assists in allowing the internal psychic self to be open and functional, may be used in ritual bathing, self-blessing and purification. Then it talks about Atlantean myth. I'm not sure how I feel about Atlantean myth, so it's used in meditations with Atlantean myth anyway. I don't know, I've never really fully engaged with Atlantean energy or myth, so... The belief in the protection and benevolent guardianship of an angelic being is a strong force in many religions. For those, Angelica is an essential herb. Also sacred to the time of Candlemas, also known as Imbolc, is also associated with the Strength card. I really like that this book offers the tarot associations of particular herbs. So for me, that kind of really sums up how I feel about Angelica. If you consider the Strength card, then I would say 90% of the Strength cards out there have a lion of some form in them. Some cards obviously deviate away from that, but most of them stick with the lion. Now, Angelica is associated with Sun and Leo, so Sun and the lion. So that Sun, Leo, lion strength thing really appeals to me, obviously. It's really weird given that I'm totally not associated with Leo energies. I'm a Virgo, you know, I'm going to follow Leo energies. But I'm pretty, no, I'm not even that close because I'm on the beginning of September birthday. But there you go. I really, really enjoy it. And I think, I mean, even looking at it, it looks a little bit like Mayan-like, doesn't it? Don't you think? Sorry about that, I had to plug the camera in. The camera's like, shut up, Joe, and get on to the next herb. So, we will move on to the next herb from Angelica. Okay. So I've got some hyssop. I don't have the prices with me, by the way. You can check your prices out on starchild.co.uk. So from Glastonbury, they're pretty good. I mean, the shipping thing alone really helps. That if you know you order £25 worth, then I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on, the camera going at me has put me off. Right, so hyssop. Hyssop is a really great cleanser. I use it a lot for cleansing stuff out. And if I could just find the page, we will talk about it from the meanings. There we go. Counter magic, consecration, protection, purification, associated with Jupiter, Cancer and Sagittarius. It's one of the best herbs for cleansing and purification. Keeps away all negative energies. Some cultures also believe that hyssop will protect your property against burglars and trespassers. Hyssop is a useful herb, especially for spiritual healers. As well as imparting healing to the patient, it protects the healer. This holy herb may be used to consecrate any magical tools or heirlooms which are made of tin. It has an affinity for amethyst and lapis lazuli. Either of these stones, if not both, could be stored in your hyssop jar. There's probably no herb better suited for the physical cleansing and washing of one's temple, ritual tools, or even robes. So there you go. It's really, it has that energy of cleansing. It's just the deep breath type herb where it's like, oh, and everything feels better. That's how I think of it. Yep. Welcome to the world of me. So I guess let's do. Are you in here? Yeah, it is. So I got some benzoin. Unfortunately, I got benzoin the last time and I got it from the local holistic place, and they had all sorts of trouble with the local council who are overly Christian, and basically said that people would think all resins were for eating and wouldn't let them sell them. So there you go. But benzoin is associated with Mars, as well as being a herb of magic and visionary, and is sacred to Aphrodite, Root and Venus. And therefore can be used in their temples. Associated with Imbolc and the autumn equinox to help us understand the mysteries behind the turning of the seasons and the balance between night and day. Benzoin can help the student understand the nature of transition, both in learning how to live with the wheel of the year and gaining comprehension regarding the natural cycles of change. Useful in its ability to provide focus, enhance concentration, and assist a student when moving into the astral realms. Desirable for those who seek journey or to project their spirits. Magically is known for its ability to promote generosity, as well as success and attaining magical goals. Associated with the 7 cards of any of the 4 suits in tarot. According to this book, of course. I really enjoy this book, but it's not to say that people won't disagree with certain elements, but you know, I think it's lovely. Okie dokie then. We got some Demayana. Venus, Cancer, herb of protection, magic, and invocational to Freya. There's not a whole... Oh, no, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Ignore me. It is a herb of visionary, magic, and love. Sorry, Freya. Maybe Freya would like some to mine. Enjoys a modern reputation as a sexual stimulant because it causes arousal. Does this voice call you? So you arousal? Are you enjoying this after-hours smooth voice of Demina? I have no idea what I'm doing. Associated with a great rite. Solitary practitioners work with Demina to open their chakras and increase their psychic abilities in their quest for heightened vision. Should be stored with a quartz crystal in a container, and that a herbal oil of Demina is best for preserving the energy being stored within a quartz. So there you go. Yep. Okie dokie. As we move through the book and we're waiting for Joe. Oh, it doesn't actually have that in here. How annoying. Let's see if Cunningham has the next one in here then. Fall back on Old Faithful. If you don't have it, I'm going to dismiss you. No, he does. Fair enough. We shall fall back on Old Faithful because apparently the Herbal Compendium does not have meanings for Calamus Root. Feminine water, moon, luck, healing, money or protection. Small pieces of the root kept in all corners of the kitchen protect against hunger and poverty. Strengthen and binding spells. I'm sure it has much more interesting uses than that. 1 minute. My brain is too fried at this time in the morning to remember all the different meanings of things, so I am in fact human, so you'll have to bear with me while I refresh my memory. Oh, come on, iPad. You should have auto-finished that. Right. Cancer and Pisces. Aphrodisiac, harmony, love, peace, strengthening, binding spells, tranquility. Calamus or sweet flag root may be powdered. Oh, I wonder if it's down as sweet flag root in the other book. Helpful in times of emotional exhaustion, strengthens the self-confidence and promotes success. It's not overly informative about its thing. We'll see if it's under sweet flag root in the thingy book, the other book. Have you just, you know, fooled us into thinking? No, it's not in here. Okay, fair enough. Fine, fine. Fine. I'm looking at this book in disgust right now. That's the other thing. Whenever you look up things like Saint, which we've got some St. John's Root now, so I'm assuming it's going to be under Wort, sorry, it's Johns Wort. I'm assuming it's going to... Yeah, then where are you? Books. This book is arguing with me today. It's like, you told me I was useless and now I will not be playing game with you. Sod you. There you go. Okay, it's under the full saint. That's unusual. Okay. So the next one is St. John's Wort, which is a lovely herb. It's a lovely herb. Another Sun Leo herb. Are you sensing a theme? Protection, purification. Protects homes against lightning, fires and severe storms. One of the common customs was to burn the herb in the fireplace. If you do not have a fireplace, you could toss it in a cauldron and let the pungent smoke permeate all of the rooms. Again, there's not a huge amount of information in there, is there? We'll double check against Cunningham. Health, protection, strength, love, happiness, divination. Worn, it wards off fevers and colds. Any part of the herb is placed beneath pillows allows unmarried women to dream of their future husbands. Used in rituals or carry it to detect other magicians. So there you go. St. John's Wort, because I was running low on that. And then we have some Orris Root. Now Orris Root is a sexy herb for love. It's a sexy herb for love. And it's getting towards the time of the year where I like to infuse my altars with the energies of love of the god and the goddess, of that sort of pre-sexualness before Beltane, building up to it. I like to sort of energize the altar, into the seasonal altar, into that. Plus Morrigan, she's sexual, she likes it, she's a woman, a goddess, a female. She's not a woman, she's a goddess. I'm gonna get a slap now. Who knows her own mind and her own body and enjoys it. Feminine Venus Water. Love, protection, divination. Has long been used to find and hold love. The whole Orris Root is carried, the powder added to sachets, sprinkled on sheets, clothing and the body. Sometimes known as a love drawing powder. In Japan, the Orris was used against the protection of evil spirits, being hung around the house, as well added to the bath water for personal protection. That's neat. That's neat. Let's see what the compendium says. Probably more or less the same thing, but it might have a little bit more detail. If we can find it. It's arguing with me now. It's like, go away. I'm not talking to you. I'm an aggressive book. Do you really not have Orris? Nope. It's not in there. There you go. Right. Then we have some Vervain. Oh, Vervain's going to be one of the ones I grow the minute I have my own space and I can grow my own herbs without them being ripped up from the ground. So, there's a lot of magical meanings surrounding Vervain. Counter magic, fertility, love, consecration, immortality, protection, purification, magic, religion. Sacred to Diana, Hermes, Medea. It's a really great herb for a beginner because it just works and it gets results. May be used to enhance the dreaming process for a dream quest. Old folklore says it will help you dream of your future love, but it is more useful when being used to ritually expand your divinational skills. Vervain can be used to consecrate and empower any of your ritual tools. The Pawnee use it to further their dreaming skills, associated with the metallic element of mercury, storing a small vial of this. Oh, I'm not going to suggest that. Never mind. Don't store anything with mercury. Vervain is used with opal and agate, used to better understand the mysteries. Consecrating your altar stone, there is no better herb chosen than vervain. It has a long history of being used to protect people against negative emotions and feelings. The Celts especially recognise this ability of it. Today it is found in spells and formulas for amulets which protect the practitioner against various types of negativity, both from within the person and from outside sources. Sometimes it is recommended to use it within reversing negative energy, as well as if one is performing an exorcism. Can also be used in-house as a home blessing. Many love spells and romantic magical formulas also include vervain. It may be due to its reputation to being able to empower other herbs and magic. The Welsh call it the enchanting herb. Sacred to Diana and Corrie. Justice card. Herb of poets, singers and bards. Increases the performer's skill and inspires artistry. Valuable for students of any magical path. It has many, many uses. It's sort of a multi-purpose herb. It's possibly the multi-purpose herb. And it's really quite easy to sort of tap into its energy as well. It's probably the one I would recommend. And then we have Wormwood. I love saying Wormwood. 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 I'm so weird. Love, religion, visionary, Artemis Diana. Enhance prophecy and divination. Associated with the Lover's card. May be used to remove anger. It is also used when using magic to prevent war or inhibit an enemy. I think of it as being the graveyard herb. It's it absorbs negativity and puts it to death. I always do a... What on earth is that noise? Oh, it's the little village train going around. If you can hear that, that's what that is. It can be burnt in incenses to aid developing psychic powers, protects against bewitchment. Summon spirits, sometimes mixed with sandalwood for such a purpose. So, you know, that I do have it in my head where there are graveyard connections. But wormwood can be used by some people as an alternate to graveyard dirt. I wouldn't. I think you can use them both perfectly well as energies within themselves. But it does sort of drag anything icky out and really just puts it to death, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's fantastic for that. That might be more of a personal thing. Okay, and then we have two left to go on the herby front of herbiness. We have some skullcap Feminine, satin, water, love, fidelity, peace. Mostly used to bind oaths and consecrate vows and commitments. Often used in hand fastings or rituals of initiation. There are more meanings than that. Those are rubbish. Come on. Let's have a look. So fidelity is one. And attracting money is the other. So there you go. Right, so last but not least I ordered some dragon's blood, and I'm a little bit cross about this. I ordered dragon's blood and it was £6 for a 10-gram bag. And in the UK you usually get resin, and it was in the resin category with all the other resins. I'm not very impressed. I mean, on closer inspection there are words that hint that this could be the case, but it's not fully stated that it's a powder. I wasn't best impressed. I'm not doing very well with it. Ordering it from places. So yeah, it's added to other herbs and things within incenses to give an overall boost. It's a very energizing herb. It's a herb of power, strength. We shall read the meanings, but I'm not overly happy about this. Consecration. Associated with both the Lover's card and the Emperor card in Tarot. Making magical inks. May be included in the incenses used in rituals of death and dying. Putting an end to things, you know, it's a lovely resin all round, but I'm not overly impressed with that. Whew, so last but not least, this all perked me up again. I went to the holistic shop yesterday and got a few little crystals. So I'll grab the meanings. First and foremost. And the meanings will be from the Book of Stones. So I go to the holistic place and I support them and they support me, and it's a sort of important relationship as far as I'm concerned, and having people of a pagan nature to be able to chat to and all that good stuff, and I fully believe in supporting them. They're mostly holistic therapies, but they obviously sell crystals and other bits and pieces. They do have tarot cards and things like that in there, although nothing that I've particularly desired yet in terms of tarot cards. I have got a pendulum from there, I think. Right, so the first one is a little spirit quartz. He is little, there's my finger, he is little. I saw him and I knew I wanted him for his masculine side of things. He's a darker spirit quartz. Obviously spirit quartz brings spirit into play. Maybe I should have gone with a crystal bibble for quicker, simpler meanings, but never mind. It aligns the everyday self with the higher self. Linking your consciousness to the higher self, so you can comprehend and verbally express the knowledge and wisdom beaming in from the aspect of one's being. Okay, we don't want citrus, the spirit quartz. Peace of mind, freedom, freedom from fear, and I believe that's the amethyst form. It seems a dark purple. It could be the smoky quartz version, but I think it's the dark amethyst version of spirit quartz. Purifying, cleansing, dispelling negative attachments and entities, repairing holes in the etheric body, balancing the astral body, and bringing the chakras into the optimal level of functioning. So there you go. And the spiritual affirmation is, I choose the path of merger with my higher self, bringing all levels of being into alignment and harmony. So I really like the smaller spirit quartz that you can get from these people. They're not too expensive. They are smaller. I mean, you know, fingernail. But I really wanted this for the masculine energies. I think I'm going to have this and another on my altar or within a balancing ritual. I really liked him. I thought he was really cool. You see how shiny he is? He's shiny. And then they had this little bag full of kunzite. It was £7.50, but the kunzite in the stores and things usually is about £4 for quite a small piece. So when this was £7.50 for all of these little pieces, there's quite a few of them, and there's some different colours there's in there too. And I saw it and I thought, you know, that's pretty good, particularly for making grids up with it. And kunzite is supposed to be the crystal of this year, according to certain sources. Right, let's just get the meanings. And we shall read them to you. Associated with divine love, emotional healing, activation of the heart knowing, water and the heart chakra, opens the heart to all energies of love, love from the self, for humanity, for animals, for plants, for minerals, all that is, as well as the most important being the conduit from one's heart to the vibration of divine love. Teaches us the value of joy and celebration, joy and the ability to open your heart and truly accept and receive gifts from the divine. So there you go. So there you go. For some kunzite. Right, so the last one is the one I'm most excited about. They, I mean, literally, this is one of the times when I went in and they had things in a box that hadn't gone out yet. And the lady in the shop was having one and I had the other. Right. So that's the kunzite, and there's lots of little pieces. I hope you can see there's lots of little, there you go. This, ladies and gentlemen, oh, hello. This is my new wand. This is scolecite. I got a scolecite wand, I got a scolecite wand. Oh. Is associated with inner peace, relaxation, tranquility, interdimensional travel, awakening the heart, the element of wind in the third and crown chakras. Inner peace is a stone of inner peace. Holding a piece to the third eye, one may experience a slow rolling pulsation of energy that almost feels like a massage to the chakra. A sense of calm descends. I'm doing this after the video. And comes with a feeling of serenity that can gently lift one to higher planes of awareness. Uplifting, relaxed state brought about by scolecite is ideal for healing, meditation, lucid dreaming, or restful sleep. It offers protection from the intrusion of negative astral energies or entities and lifts one onto the higher vibrational planes. Useful for those who wish to activate third eye and crown chakras. Emotionally enhances the heart chakra energies, making spontaneous expressions of love a more frequent experience. Spiritual meaning gently allows one to open one's higher nature and the expanded realms beyond the physical plane. Emotional is a stone of kindness, gentleness, and non-reaction, the power of receptivity and expansion, and helps one to become more balanced when faced with difficulty. Affirmation: my heart and mind are at peace as I journey more and more deeply into the realms of spirit. So I was super excited to work with this. I feel a crystal grid coming on. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Many blessings.